welcome back to the TD show, guys. Again, on location at Todd's Haven in his screened-in porch. So it's a nice vacation from the inside of my house. So I like that. So it's nice. Devin's cold, so he may not
It's a
handle
nice brisk
It is cold.
summer night.
Yeah, I mean, it was warm the last. I mean, it's actually really nice. I'm not cold.
I'm happy. This is awesome.
It's not 9,000 degrees in here and
I'll take
sweat.
it. We're not sweating.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to sweat. I sweat a lot to begin with. So
We know.
yeah, exactly. So today we're going to cover. Tonight we're going to cover the NBA and NHL. It looks like they're on their way back. The NHL is probably more defined than the NBA because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the NBA is.
Well, the NBA has a set date.
It's
July
July
21st.
Yeah,
31st, sorry.
31st. That's what I thought. Yeah. So they're coming back. That's when the season starts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
And it's 8 games, right?
I think they're just finishing up
the rest of it. Yeah.
Is it? Am I right about 8
I
games?
think it might be 8 games.
Okay.
Not clear because I haven't seen it.
That's fine.
Which, I mean, even if it's a short end of the season and they're going into the playoffs, I think that's a good.
It's something.
Yeah, I think
I'll
that's
take
good. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, in my opinion, those two organizations at least trying to make it work, and they're going to be in Orlando. The one negative though I saw was, NBA players are talking about no fans in 2021, already preparing for the worst, which is scary.
Yeah, they're the only people I've seen actually say something about that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how that's going to go. I mean, I hope not.
Hopefully it's
Then
over.
again, it is
Hopefully it's
the
over
NBA.
preparing, but still.
I mean, the NBA. There's a talk about prima donnas. There's a
it
lot of
is
them.
the NBA.
But
Mostly.
to their defense, I mean, you got players, you're in locker rooms, you're playing in the same arena as another team, another hockey team, or another event.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
multiple.
So I see their point. I mean, I health is first, and I think what they want to rush to get things back is TV money. You don't have you can pump in crowd noise.
Yeah.
They've done it with soccer already, and you
I
don't
mean,
know the difference. I saw it, and it's pretty interesting. I heard it today on the radio. Yeah, I've seen it on TV, and I'm like, okay, they kind of have the angles. Soccer you can get away with those angles. In football, there's crowds and there's pictures. Hockey is crowds. NBA is crowds.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do like the Korean Baseball League, which was great? I think SpongeBob was in the crowd earlier this week. I no lie.
Really?
It was hilarious. I saw it. They showed it on
Tons of
ESPN.
stuffed animals. Yeah.
Yes, it was great. I'll give him credit for trying to elaborate, but I don't know if that's going to work for us.
So does General Hospital have a live audience?
They could, yeah, they do have a live. I mean, if it was like Three's Company, Jack Tripper, they'd laugh. It was great. So I mean, Major League Baseball it's a circus, and honestly, we'll talk about that at another time. So I think that could be a whole segment. So anyways, with the NBA coming back July 31st, it's great to see some regular season playoff action. I mean, the Wizards, that's our local team. Hopefully they can get in. That would be nice to see them get a little
They're
playoff
sitting
action.
at the number 9 seed at the moment.
Yeah, they're
Who is?
the Wizards. They're on the
They're
outside.
not, and they're not close.
The question is, will John Wall be back?
Yeah, that team is in
If
this.
John Wall's back, they may have a chance.
Well, there's been talk about Bradley Beal. There's like trade rumors at the
Yeah,
time.
there's
I don't know
always
what's
trade
happening.
rumors.
I haven't
I hope
really.
they don't- I
Yeah.
hope they don't trade him, but if they do, they're going to give it.
The team that's in drama right
they're
now
gonna
is
give it a lot.
Orlando.
So Orlando's where actually it's going to be played. So that.
Home field.
Yeah, but there's no
such thing
crowd.
as home field.
Yeah, there's not even home. Yeah.
Home court.
Yeah, exactly. So that takes us to NHL, which I think is the best moving company right now. They've gotten training camp. I mean, the facilities are open this week. Players are coming back, and it's only I think 6 on the ice and no coaches. So it's they're working on drills and skating, which they need to get. And Devin, you can vouch for this as a hockey player.
Yeah.
There's a different kind of shape for hockey and just being in shape.
Players just got back on the ice. Like, the NHL players have just gotten back on the ice, like,
This week.
this week.
Yeah.
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 And Jake Gensel going back to the Penguins, which he's been out for 6 months.
Yeah, he's been
He's
out for a while.
He scored a goal. Shoulder went straight into the boards after he scored it.
That was an ugly injury.
So, I mean, playoffs go the way they're sounding right now. He's probably definitely going to be back.
But he's skating already. He's already.
Yeah.
He is back.
Yeah.
He's skating and everything. I heard it the other day. So that's good news for us as Penguins fans. Maybe bad news for your Caps.
We'll be fine.
You
I'm
got it all covered.
I'm not worried.
They're gonna try to
Hey.
hoist the cup again.
Hey, considering Jake Gensel scored 4 goals against Philadelphia in Philadelphia to close out the series, pretty
we could use
impressive.
him. Yeah, we could use
4
we could use
goals.
him back.
4 goals by a guy who's second year in the league. This
Well-
was second year in the league when he did that.
Yeah, well, I mean, but just to the point with people coming back, like Gensel's a big help, and I mean, it takes like you look at teams like the Caps got some older guys,
Yeah, I mean, this break probably helped us.
Penguins do too.
We were playing bad before the
Yeah.
coronavirus shit, so
Yeah,
hopefully
so-
they can turn around.
The older guys, it helps. I think like the Penguins have guys that their stars are in the
Well, as
early
soon as we
30s.
got those older guys, we went downhill. We sucked.
Yeah.
We have sucked
Well, I'm talking
really
about
bad.
Crosby. No, I'm talking about Crosby, Malkin. They're in their Letang. They're in their early 30s where they.
But Crosby still plays like he's.
Yeah, but the wear and tear doesn't matter. Like this helps them. You
Yeah.
know, Cap's the same thing. You got Ovechkin. You got Oshie. Who else? Guys are Backstrom is older. I mean,
Right.
guys that are older that they don't heal as quick as yourself. You know, I mean, or younger guys. So I think it's going to be exciting the playoff bracket. I think you have it pulled up there.
For the NBA.
No, the NHL.
NHL.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, so.
we can go back to the NBA there with that playoff
Okay, yeah.
bracket.
So if we're talking NHL, the top 4 seeds for the Eastern Conference would be Boston number 1, Tampa number 2, Capitals number 3, and Philly number 4. Western Conference top 4 seeds would be Blues, Colorado, Vegas, and Dallas.
But in those seeds, there's a round robin to see where they will actually end up as they won't be those top seeds.
I don't know how long that series will be between that round robin.
It's 3 games.
Because I don't know how that's going to work. Because if them 4 teams play, who do the teams that win end up playing each other for the number 1 seed?
No, I think that is the confusing part. But the one interesting thing is my thought too, and I think I heard this somewhere is like, do teams like the Capitals, you know you're in it already. Does it really matter to be
Yeah.
the number 1 seed? I'm resting my guys.
It's not like you're playing.
They'll get a little play, but
It's
I'm
not
not.
like you're playing at home. You're,
Right.
I'm
I-
not risking a major
To be
injury.
honest, I'm fine with the seeding
Yeah,
the
but
way
you
it is
almost
right
want
now.
to get your guys playing together.
Yeah, but you get them to play, but you could rest them like where
It's not.
big deal.
The only
You know, they
reason,
lose game.
The only reason it was if it would matter is if we played home and away games and flew back and forth
Right.
between Colorado and Pittsburgh.
That is true.
Like this does not matter. You're playing at one hub place
No,
for either Western or
no,
Eastern
no,
Conference.
the way. So not to interrupt you, but the way it's been locked, Vegas is locked in already as
For
one
West
of the
Coast.
places.
So Western
No,
Conference.
Western
there might be both West
Really?
playing because
I
Pittsburgh
didn't
was
know
talked about as one place. Pittsburgh wouldn't play there though.
I thought
That doesn't make
I
sense.
thought
Why
one
just-
city's in Canada and one city's
No, that's what I'm getting to. So Canada, their government, if you leave that country or come into that, you got to be quarantined 2 weeks, like right away, because they're still under a different guidelines than we are.
Right.
So that eliminates almost all 5 Canada teams that are in it right now, Canadian teams, excuse me. And the way they're looking at it, they said Pittsburgh could be one, Columbus was an area, and if Pittsburgh was one of the cities, the Penguins would not be playing there.
Yeah.
Because the reason why is because even though there's not fans, that gives them an ease. They don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
They're not traveling,
Yeah.
so that gives them an easy advantage. They're not going to do that for them.
Yeah.
I don't care how much they are loved by NBC or whatever. They would probably go to Vegas.
One of the crazy things is like if you look at all the Canadian teams that are in it, the 4 teams that would actually be in it would be Toronto, Calgary, Winnipeg, and the Oilers, also and Vancouver. So wait,
And
that's
Montreal.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Montreal
5.
too.
5. Montreal wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Well, they are right now. They are in the playoffs.
No, I'm saying right now. I'm saying
You're
if this
saying
if
right
this
now.
was regular playoffs,
Oh.
there's actually I'm gonna say 6 Canadian teams, but if they're the playoffs right now, 5 of them would be in it. Montreal would be the only team out, which is crazy to think how.
Which makes sense though.
you haven't seen that many Canadian teams in the playoffs since when? They
It's
never
been a while.
never.
Yeah,
No, it's been a while. They're improving, and
Canadian teams are really improving.
yeah, I mean, they should. I mean, that's what the sport has been developed.
But the
you know.
American teams have been dominating.
Yeah. Well, that just shows the growth of hockey in
Well, that's the
America,
thing. Like,
United
it's-
States.
that's not necessarily like the growth of hockey or not. It's just their
Oh, it is.
Their GMs.
Yeah, it's people
Well, it's
controlling
draft.
the team.
Well, it's drafting.
Yeah, you're yeah, the
So
growth
people-
of hockey
people
in the
controlling
United
those teams,
States. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The growth of hockey in the United
That's not what I'm
States.
talking
I know.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
what you're saying though.
It's gotten better for us.
The
as a
United
country.
States is the leading country in.
Yeah.
But as far as, like,
players.
There's a draft. They all draft players.
No,
Apparently,
Russians
the
and-
Canadian players, the Canadian teams haven't drafted well in the last.
I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah. I mean,
They-
McDavid is. He doesn't have a lot of supporting cast around him. You
True.
know, I mean, that's
And,
just crazy.
I think the way the projections are is like the United States is 24%, Canada's 17% of players
And then
produced.
Europe.
Then you have Europe, who is like 13%, and then you
Russia.
have other countries
What's
like
Russia?
5%. Russia 7%. I think like 7%.
Which is crazy because their kids when they play, you've seen it, like their videos. It's like they're head and shoulders above what the U.S. kids are playing. Their drills
But-
are.
Yeah, I get that.
I think the physicality of the NHL.
Yeah,
Yeah, way.
No, don't get me wrong. Russian players are extremely good, but like, how many of them actually like stick out in the league? Malkin, yeah.
There's a lot of
Ovechkin,
them.
yeah.
Detroit had a whole
And that's
Red
like-
Army team for a while. You know, back in the 90s and
Right now.
2000s.
My point is, it's just like they do all that training, but it's like once they get to the NHL, everybody around them is the same thing. So they could do. I don't understand.
Well, Malkin and Ovechkin are probably the
Now,
top.
I
What
can't-
was it? Fedotov
I
was in
can't
there,
say
right? He's
anything.
Russian, right?
I like
Fedotov Russian?
Fedotenko. I
Fedotov, excuse me.
think Ruslav.
Yeah, he's Russian. But I'd say Malkin and Ovechkin. I mean, they just redid the 2004 draft, and both of them were still up there. I mean, they are. They're the two best Russian players in the league.
I'm nothing against Russian players, like, but like
They're
their
tough.
training and their toughness
Well,
is insane.
What do you mean tough? Like physically tough?
No, they're Ovechkin's pretty
Yeah.
tough.
I think he's the
Mentally,
exception.
I
to the
don't
rule.
think.
He is. Yeah, he's. I mean, Malkin is not like him.
Like,
If we're talking about
remember, you guys remember Alexander Simon?
Yeah.
He was
Oh
soft.
God, he was really soft.
They're-
Yeah,
I think in general,
Yeah.
they're softer than most
They're more on skill.
North
You look at
American
them.
players.
Well, actually,
You look at them. They
they
have
redid the 2002 draft, and we drafted him.
who?
Simon.
Ovechkin? Oh, so, really?
2002.
Oh, God, thank God we didn't do that.
I mean, he was a good
We-
player,
we
but he was, like I
drafted
said, he
somebody
was
that was
soft.
9 on
On
our
the,
team.
he was soft.
Yeah, he saw he couldn't take hits.
He
and,
went.
yeah.
He's like with that too.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
he
I
doesn't
mean,
like the Russian league now.
yeah. So I mean, so it'll be interesting to see how, like, you know, one of our episodes coming up soon, or when it gets close to the playoffs, we'll sit and go through our picks, who we think you know is going to win, and you know, be realistic on that. Same with the NBA. The NBA, like, if you want to pull that up real quick.
Yeah, I'll
I mean,
pull
they-
it up. To be honest, let's go through our. I just want to go through your guys' opinions on
Sure.
the matchups. Like, what do you think the best matchup will be for the Eastern? What's the best matchup?
Talking
for
about
the
hockey
Western?
still, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think the best matchup for the East and West would be, and what's the worst you think for the?
All right, so we're not going to pick. We're just kind of.
We're not gonna
okay.
pick. You
all right.
just I'm gonna go through the
General
matchups.
stuff,
All right. I'm just gonna go through each one. Then after I say them, just let me know. I'm not gonna say the top 4 seeds. So at 8 and 9 for Eastern Conference, we have Toronto versus Columbus.
I like that.
It's a good matchup.
That's a really good matchup.
At 5 and 12, it's Pittsburgh versus Montreal.
That's lopsided. What Carey Price could.
Let me get through each team, then you guys can say your opinions.
Why don't we do one series at a time?
If he's-
Sure.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just trying.
Yeah.
I just want to know you guys.
Yeah, but you're gonna go through all of it. I think if we go through like Toronto and Columbus, that's a good series. That's 8 and 9.
Well, no, I'm.
He wants to go through them all.
No, I'm saying
Okay,
like
okay,
you just
all
pick
right.
your best and worst one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, then you have at 7 and 10, Islanders in Florida, and then at 6 and 11, Carolina versus New York. So what do you guys?
Rangers, right?
Yeah, the Rangers. And who do you guys think the best matchup out of the 4 pairs, and what do you think is the worst matchup out of the 4 pairs?
Well, I don't know about you, but I think like the Rangers wouldn't even be in this. So I don't think that's a very
Neither
good
would
matchup.
Montreal.
Yeah, neither would Montreal. So I
But-
don't think those are good.
Rangers have a defense because that in the season,
They were on a roll.
that whole month, they were catching up.
I mean, you talk about the best. I want to say Columbus, Toronto.
Yeah, I think that's a
That's
good matchup.
That's a good matchup.
You got some good players there,
Yeah.
talent.
Young teams.
Yeah, Columbus has played well over the last few years. You got a good coach. I mean, he's
Like Columbus and Toronto, they're young. They're
Yeah.
young teams
Yeah.
that are going to be good.
That's my I'm with Tom.
I would pick that too. Not be more on talent. I think because I think they would be exciting to watch. But
Yeah, me too.
fan clubs are just crazy.
Well, also like Florida and Florida and Islanders, right?
Florida,
Right.
the Islanders versus Florida. Yeah,
Excuse me. I think that's
the worst one.
I don't because Florida's up and coming. They picked up a lot of.
So, I
but
don't
it's
know enough
boring.
about. I don't know
It's
enough
not
about
boring. Okay, but you're thinking about a good matchup. It may be boring to you, but they have Florida's picked up some free agents.
Yeah,
Okay.
Who do they have? Like, who's their top
What,
player?
Panarin, right?
Who's Florida.
Florida got Panarin, right? No, they got Panarin.
That's the thing.
The Rangers have him, yeah.
Barkov and Huberdeau.
Yeah, both of those are good quality players that improve their team. And the Islanders were good last year. They beat us off a good goaltender. Swap us. You know, the Penguins. So I think that's a good matchup.
I think I don't know who's gonna be I could that Rangers and Carolina. I think it's gonna be a good matchup. I think it's gonna be even because they both were kind of average coming towards the end of the season. Islanders, Panthers. I think Penguins, Montreal, and Islanders and Panthers. I think they're gonna be very average series. I just think it's not gonna be entertaining. And obviously it's my team and I like to watch them, but it's like whenever I watch the Penguins versus Montreal, I'm just like.
It's not entertaining.
It's not
I mean,
entertaining to watch
Carey
at
Price
all.
will have to stand on his head.
Yeah, he's a good goal. You can win
He
because
can
of a
do
goalie.
that.
A goalie can win a series
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
And if he has a good series, the Penguins better get goals in the nets because that's where they've lost series. They can't put it in the net, and it's frustrating.
Let's hope.
And so Todd would love that for us to be ousted in the first round by a team that doesn't even belong in the playoffs.
You guys will hate the
Ever
podcast.
since it's when we picked
No.
up Marlowe,
I'd just be waiting for the Caps to do their usual.
when we picked up Marlowe and Sherry and Rodriguez, it's like we just tanked. We tanked.
We tanked. I mean,
tanked.
yeah, okay, you're right, but I don't. I think they didn't get enough chemistry to play. And sometimes when you add a lot of players into an already team that has chemistry, it throws it off. And I think the Penguins, the way they're with Gensel coming back, they're not going to get as much playing time. Marlowe is going to be on the third or fourth line.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's older. He's not the Marlowe of 10 years ago. Sherry will be on line one because Simone's out, so it'll be Gensel.
Out.
Yeah, he's out for the year.
Oh.
So Simone is out.
Yeah,
He had some kind of. You have to look that up, but he had some kind of injury that put him out. So it'll be Sherry, Crosby, and Gensel. Malkin will be the next line with. I'm lost for the lines for them. Who's the Russian guy with Malkin? We got from Winnipeg. Why am I lost? He's good. Yes, Tanev.
Tanev's not Russian.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's
I thought.
Canadian.
Okay, all right. That was off.
Russia,
Excuse me.
Canadian.
Excuse me. Anyways.
Brandon Tanev.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Brandon Tanev. He's going to be with Malkin, and I forget who the other line mate is with him.
Oh, he had shoulder surgery.
Yeah. So our lines are pretty good. Rodriguez was just a trade.
He's a center.
Yeah, I think he's young, and I think he's. Yeah, I think you got to give him a chance. So we'll see how it goes. The Caps are still a loaded team.
Yeah.
Boston. I just seriously like.
What'd you say about that? I'm sorry, I missed.
They're a loaded team
Alright.
still. Yeah, I'm giving you credit because I don't like Boston.
Don't they always have a
I mean, I would like you to
Like
play
going-
Boston and put
okay.
Boston at number 4
Which-
because they'll
which-
cry and moan.
Which is still always weird to me how 27 was the Caps' best team. They were predicted to win.
2017. Yeah, you said that multiple times.
Yeah, they were predicted to win the Cup that year.
I always thought.
Many years
They
they were
said-
predicted.
I always thought the first year
And
the
now-
Caps made the playoffs. I thought that was their best year, and they
And
lost
yeah,
to.
and analysts were like, "This is the Caps' best team. They don't win this year. I don't see them winning it for a long time."
No, I
the
think-
next year came and they had a slightly worse team because
They were under the radar.
They
They
didn't
were.
have.
They almost got beat by Columbus.
They lost Burkowski that year.
They were down
Yeah.
0-2
Yep.
to Columbus, going to Columbia.
Yeah,
Columbus.
no, Burkowski was not. He was on the team. But it was just like you just like weren't they supposed to win it last year? And all of a sudden they slightly worse team, and it's like how did they win it this year?
Because what it was is they were under the radar, which is the chemistry. You're right.
Chemistry, man.
Yeah,
Well,
they
they-
regrouped like pro teams can do, and they were under the radar. They weren't the year before where they were that pick. That pressure is real, and that team, the Capitals, have had so many years of having that, and it's like it gets in your head mentally.
I mean,
Well, another
fans-
thing. After we beat you guys, it was like we
You
we
slayed the dragon.
slayed the dragon.
well,
And no, it's a serious thing.
It
Mentally,
is true, yeah.
mentally,
yeah, you got over the mountain.
Okay,
I knew it was
mentally,
You guys-
they're like, oh, we beat Pittsburgh.
yes.
Yeah, excuse me.
My opinion, you guys say that was the team to beat. The team to beat was Tampa.
No,
That year, that team with
I
Kucherov.
thought you guys were better than
Kucherov.
you know my feeling about Tampa.
No.
They're a joke.
You don't think so?
I don't
You
like.
guys, you guys beat us in 6, and they played you to 7.
You want to talk about a soap opera? I'll watch a soap opera over Tampa.
Okay,
They're
but
so
listen,
overrated.
the team that-
Kucherov's great,
I
but the
think
other
team to
goof
beat
that's
that year was
Stamkos.
Tampa Bay, because I think they were supposed to win that year. They had Kucherov, Stamkos, Hedman,
They choked.
Vasilevsky. I mean,
Yeah, they choke like they always do.
they did.
They
But
I can't
the
stand
thing
that.
is, it's like
They're
they
another.
beat us. Yes, they did beat us, but the team that was better was Tampa Bay that year.
Yeah, they're boring. So, anyways, back to the reality, like a real team. Tampa is a joke. I mean, I don't like them. Stamkos
They
is.
still won a cup before Capitals.
That's good for them.
That's true.
Good for them. Stamkos though is like this savior. What have you done? Tell me, what have you done? Because last time I checked, when Stamkos was the so-called savior against us, yeah, good night. We didn't. You weren't even
It
a
was-
conversation.
The thing was, it was a close game.
He wasn't the main point.
No.
They acted like
it's-
he was a savior. Like goodbye, go home.
Yeah, but you're saying it like
I'm not a fan of
like
him. He's
You're
overrated.
saying it like we killed them though. We won 2-1.
We beat him though. It was talks of him coming back and
Brian
they were
Russ
going to
had
roll.
Brian Russ had 2 goals that game.
The fact was Stamkos was talked like he's a god. Like get out of here. Kucherov is the best player on that team. Stamkos is overrated in my opinion. He's a fast skater. a quality. He's a talented player, but I think he's overrated. Kucherov is better than him, in my opinion.
Okay, that's definite.
Yeah. So the
But-
Caps, though, to Todd's point, beating us is something that
Mentally.
years mentally that the Capitals before your time, the Cap.
No, well, not these Capitals.
Yeah, but just in general, the Capitals as a team. You've already beaten us in the playoffs. I think what? How many?
Well,
Twice.
I'm talking about the Ovechkin era.
They beat us 3 times.
3 times in the whole history.
I'm talking about the Ovechkin era.
I know, but the fact, how many times though? Have you
That's
had
for the
to
fans,
watch?
yes.
Yes.
We're talking about
The Ovechkin era, yeah.
For the fans, it was like
So,
we won the step.
If
Yeah,
I can,
yeah.
if I can go back, I'm just Murray saved us. He realized that game versus like when Stamkos came back. There's a video of it right here. Stamkos shot it, and it almost went in, but Murray somehow stopped it.
I think he's like Stamkos or something. He's a closet Stamkos.
I'm just saying.
He's always defending.
I
He's
like
very.
Stamkos.
I know. I think
He's very overrated,
very overrated.
but it's like he actually had a part in that game. He almost tied the game up because Ryan Rush he scored. Like 2-3 minutes later, they scored. Jonathan, I think, drew in.
Well, after the show, show us this one. Keep that up so we can go back and see
Yeah,
that. I want to
discuss
see
it
this
later.
great Stamkos play.
It's right here.
Okay, we'll watch it after the show.
Okay.
I'm
So,
sure. I'm sure
yeah, back to what we were doing. Back to what we were doing. We were talking about the team. So, I think, I mean, like Devin's point. I mean, he thinks Rangers and Carolina, would be. I think that will be a back and forth. I don't think Montreal and Pittsburgh is a good series. I'm sorry. I do think Columbus and Toronto is a good series, but I think
It's
the
an exciting
Islanders and
series.
I think the Islanders in Florida will be a more exciting than you think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, I think
They
it will.
played
Be.
a few years back, and the Islanders won their first series in over 25 years over John Tavares, who's now in Toronto, had the double overtime goal, a wraparound on, I think, Luongo.
Yeah, it was long ago.
And
Yeah.
he did a wraparound
I remember
goal,
that.
sent it to the next round, and they
I just think it's a good series. So I mean, I'm just happy hockey's coming back.
Yeah.
Playoffs. I
So
love playoffs.
let's
Mike
move on to the
Coast.
Western.
Yeah, Western
Conference.
Conference. Let's look at that. Yeah.
Conference.
Okay, so we have at 8 and 9, Calgary versus Winnipeg. At 5 and 12, Oilers versus Chicago. At 7 and 10, Vancouver versus Minnesota. And at 6 and 11, Predators versus Coyotes. In my opinion, the Western Conference is
Way better. I was
Way
about
better
to say
than
that. Those are good matchups across the board. I think the Chicago and Edmonton one's
It's not-
intriguing.
it's-
I think it is.
No.
You got McDavid, you got Tage, you got
I think it
Kane.
will be close, actually,
Yeah.
because Chicago played worse than they should have this year.
Chicago's played worse than they showed the last couple of years.
They-
I
they
don't
could
understand.
They could underachieve.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
understand. They had for like 5
But
years
that's-
or something. They were
it's
winning
caught
3
up
cups.
It caught up to us at that third
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, that's a lot of hockey.
A lot of hockey.
The difference between us and them is they won Stanley Cup, went to the Western Conference and lost. Once the Stanley Cup went to the Western Conference.
Yeah, they
and
went a
lost.
lot longer.
And the
We
thing
were-
is, it was Chicago Kings, Chicago Kings, Chicago
Yeah.
Kings, and then
That's a lot.
Chicago Kings, Chicago Kings, Chicago.
Yeah.
It was 5 years in a row they
Yeah.
played each other
That's
in the Western
true.
Conference. And
That would be a good match. See, that would be a good series to bring back what it was.
not
and-
now, because Kings aren't good.
No, the Kings aren't good. But I'm saying like if it was like the same way. But
Yeah.
I think that series, like that. I'm sorry, those playoff matchups are way better than the Eastern Conference, and I think the Calgary Winnipeg one I think would be pretty decent.
Okay, I'm
Canadian game.
Okay, so both 8 and 9 matchups are probably the most exciting.
Yeah, they're the best. Toronto,
Out of
Columbus,
fans,
Calgary,
out
Winnipeg.
of fans and wildness, obviously they're not there. But still, like that, it's
Cool.
just I think the most exciting games.
Yeah.
Now, the best matchup, do you think Oilers in Chicago or Vancouver and Minnesota?
What's the Nashville and Arizona? Yeah, that's not a good. That's,
That's
the
the
worst
worst
one.
one.
Nashville's not.
Vancouver and
No,
They're
Minnesota.
both very boring.
Yeah, Vancouver and Minnesota. I mean, Vancouver hasn't been really relevant for many years.
It would be
So,
cool to see how they do.
And so,
Yeah.
actually, I wanted to bring up, so like, if the 1 through 4 seeds play each other, it'd be the Blues versus Dallas, who Dallas won, I think, in 2018 or 2019.
Mhm.
I forget. But then it would be
Vegas and
Vegas and Colorado. And
which is
then,
good.
and then in Eastern Conference, it'd be Boston versus Philly,
That's
and
cool.
Tampa versus the Caps.
I like that Boston and Philly because that's original 6.
Yeah,
That's
good.
kinda
That's
cool.
not original 6.
Boston and Philly.
Philly's
Philly's
was in
not.
the
Oh, I'm
70s.
sorry. You're right. Yeah. Oh man, that was stupid on my part. So I mean, Boston though would be an original 6, but Boston and Philly
Well,
being
well,
a
they're
How
rivals.
many-
Yeah.
They're definitely
I
rivals.
think- let's see how many original 6 teams. So we got Boston, we got Toronto.
Chicago, the Rangers.
No, hold on. We got Boston,
Oh,
Toronto,
there's shorts out
Montreal,
there.
the Rangers, the Chicago Blackhawks.
Detroit's not in it.
And Detroit's not in it.
That's the only
They're
one,
worst-
5 out
they're
of
the
6.
worst team in the league.
5 out of 6.
I can't believe how bad Detroit
They
is.
fell. I think you know why. I think because all the years of winning, your draft picks are a
True.
lot further down.
That's true.
Dylan Larkin is their talent.
I mean, look at Montreal. They keep getting that average place, so they can't get anybody decent.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They keep getting stuck in the
Yeah.
even in the lottery draft. They keep getting stuck
Yeah.
right in the middle. So they're just like,
Well, you look at the
that's why Montreal hasn't been good.
you look at the Caps. The Caps. I mean, had to be bad to get some of those guys. They had a couple years where they were not that good.
Caps have always drafted pretty good. They just can't use their talent in the playoffs. That's
Well, I
why
mean, they winning that
get-
cup kind of took that monkey off now, so it's not like that's like putting, like that's you talk about hockey in the DMV.
Yeah.
Like we have a guest next month. We'll have that will really help us out with that. I'm not going to say it now, but looking forward to that. But giving us a perspective, like the Capitals winning that cup made hockey in the DMV relevant. It opened up more rinks, like ideas about rinks and teams and interest to play hockey. So as a hockey fan, I was glad to see them win. I'll be honest, when I watched that
I mean,
couple series, it was good hockey.
that's another topic. Like, what is the Ovechkin era meant to hockey in BC?
I think a lot.
Like, I
think it's made it like
Huge
like
impact.
rock the
I
red.
went to
Yeah.
the,
Hey, you didn't see that back in.
No,
I
in
was
the
at-
'90s.
It was barking at Larry Murphy.
I mean,
well, I
He
was
came to us. They went to Detroit.
It's
I mean, it wasn't that
It's crazy how
they were third or fourth.
you see like the Caps fans that are so devoted to their
There's a
team.
lot of them.
A lot of them. And when I went to the watch parties for Game 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like watching, I was just like, holy crap, these people are like crying. They lost Game 1,
Well, I
won
mean,
Game 2, and they're like crying. I was like, holy.
because they,
They're
I mean,
showing, and then when we got into the streets, it was even crazier. Like I could bring up videos to show you, like people are like chanting in the street. It's like going nuts after the series tied 1-1. I was like,
because I
Holy
mean,
crap.
the Capitals have. I mean, I'll say this as a Penguin fan. I mean, the Capitals have had a lot of heartbreak, not just against the Penguins.
a lot.
The Islanders,
Right.
Pat LaFontaine, and like triple overtime in the early
Yeah.
80s, mid 80s.
Pittsburgh. I mean,
Pittsburgh constantly. I mean, just
The Philadelphia Flyers.
the Flyers have done it to you guys.
I mean,
So it's been. I mean, the pain that year when they got that. I mean, I'm as much as I joke with you about, like, I'm a fan of Ovechkin because he stays healthy. He's a competitor. I'd take him all day on my team.
I think he plays like no other player. Like he's so physical.
Yeah,
When I remember when I first
he
saw
will
him
back
play,
up his
When I
talk.
first saw him play, I was like, he's not gonna last long.
So-
But he's lasted long.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
He's a good guy. I mean, his videos celebrate with the best. I gotta be honest, it
I
was
think
very
this,
fun.
okay, so I think this is based off of games and not like series wins.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh has Washington beat 40 and 28 in
In
playoff
playoffs.
wins. Like,
So
wins.
40 and 2, yeah, that makes
That
sense.
sounds right.
Yeah.
And more than half of them are
If you bring up Game
Mario
7,
Lemieux.
you bring up Game 7 defeats.
That guy.
There's a lot of pain.
Yeah, we have you beat regular season series.
We'd have like 2 cups if Mario Lemieux would never come back.
Says the angry Caps fan.
We
It comes
probably
out.
We've had 2 or 3 cups.
And what about Crosby? He should be on your team too, right? Let's hear
There's a
that.
question: how many?
That could be a whole
How many
segment.
Stanley Cups have the Capitals
That would.
won?
Huh?
There's a thing down here that says how many Stanley Cups. People have asked how many Stanley Cups the Capitals have won, and it shows 1998 when they lost, and then 2018 when you guys won. So you've been there 2 times, and you guys are 1-1.
Yeah.
We
The
are.
Red Wings just wasn't even.
Yeah, oh
serious.
God, that was bad.
It was like
That was like goodbye.
We-
We have
so
a
bad.
Red Army team, and we were going to destroy you. They did.
See, we
They
have.
destroyed everybody. Though.
What? We have.
Those are those ugly Caps uniforms too. I was so
yeah,
glad.
me too.
That was
Really?
a no. Oh
I
my
hated
God, I
those.
hated
hated
them.
those.
I thought theirs was so
No,
cool.
what they have
Oh,
now
no.
is the
I
classic,
love
like,
the red, white, and blue.
yeah, it's
Even the Wizards can't go into that.
yes, it's
Well,
like
yeah,
get
that's
out of that
that's-
crap.
Obviously, those are great. Like I like the ones from back in like the 90s or 80s or whatever.
I want them to be the Bullets, not the Wizards. It's like, come on, man. Really, the team name is the reason somebody's toting a gun around. No, come on. You know, it's like in the Capitals with the rock the red, white, and blue. It's like it makes sense. They look that even
I
say
mean,
that.
I kind of, I just. I
Like, the
thought-
Penguins had stupid.
I just
uniforms.
thought it was like kind of cool that those uniforms are those completely different. So I thought it was
Well,
kind of cool. But,
Either way, I mean, I think
and
their
playing-
series.
and playing them in video games, it was like, okay, those are kind of cool. Like
Yeah,
the Penguins blue jerseys, like the navy blue ones from when you guys
the old
beat
school. Yeah.
Penguins versus Caps,
Yeah.
Winter Classic.
Yeah.
Those are some of the people's favorite jerseys for some reason.
Well, I mean, I think we've got some segments we could bring up at other times there. I think now, but I think it's going to be a good hockey playoffs. I think the NBA is going to have some good things. We didn't cover the NBA too much now because I'm still trying to understand if all of us are. So we'll have a little more breakdown, another segment of the NBA teams. But thanks everybody for joining us here tonight. Look forward to seeing you again, and have a good evening.